Do you ever wake up out of bed the next day after training legs, especially doing heavy squats and deadlifts, and you're basically a cripple? Tying on your shoes is a monumental task. You've got debilitating lower back and hip pain, and it's like this for a week all the way upwards of a month if it's really bad. And this was me for years. I used to go to the gym, only wanted to get jacked, only wanted to build strength, build size, especially in my quads, and I was sacrificing so many imperative movement patterns, especially through mobility, and it led to me paying the price of feeling in perpetual pain all the time. And it wasn't until I changed my routine or changed my mindset about training, I just felt the same result over and over again. So if you're in the same position as me, this is exactly what I did to change up my routine, to change up my training, so I could excel in squats again, move pain-free, and to also improve my overall flexibility and mobility. And so I first started off by prioritizing unilateral movements, such as controlled kettlebell Cossack squats, really making sure that I'm driving my knee out as soon as I shift to the side. What this is going to do is going to activate muscles in through the glutes and the hips, which will allow you to flare out your knees a little bit more when you are coming down into a squat, just helping with overall mechanics. So it's going to take off pressure on the lower back. The next thing I really focused in on was nice and controlled deep lunges, where I really focused on having my front leg forward as far as I can. So I felt that nice stretch in through the hamstring, and then I would bring my knee down onto the floor, hold it for a few seconds, and then straightening out my leg. What this did, it just really gave me a huge stretch in through the hip flexor. With that stretch, my lower back was released or relieved a little bit more, just because having tight hip flexors can lead to a tighter lower back. And by really keeping your chest up, maintaining a nice neutral spine, you can really increase your stretch through the hip flexor. To counteract knee pain, what I really focused in on was slow and controlled razor Nordics. What this did, it put a huge emphasis on my hamstrings, on my stabilizing muscles around the back part of my knee. So whenever I was to squat under load, it would be less clicky and I would feel less pain. This exercise was also great to overload through the hamstrings, as you could get a really good pump by doing partials down at the bottom. So to really strengthen the knees, I also focused in on deep single leg squats from a high step up. Again, this not only improved my balance and my stability, it also helped strengthen my knees as well, as I was really being conscious about bringing my knee and my ankle in line and really concentrating on pressing through my toes just to build a little bit more foot strength. This caused my knee pain to decrease as well, and also holding the bottom of the position for 1 to 2 seconds can allow a nice deep stretch in through the hip flexor. And then finally, a great accessory just to wrap it all off, to get a really good pump in through the glutes and in through the lower back, just to overload it a little bit more. You can really prioritize doing reverse hyperextensions, really making sure that you're keeping your chest flat on the bench the whole time and you're really holding the bottom with control. You're not using momentum. This way you're going to get a better mind-muscle connection. So I really appreciate everyone who is sticking all the way to the end of this video. If you want to have access to more routines and for one-on-one check-in and coaching, you can click the link down in the description. It's going to take you to my community page, where I would love to help out as many people as I can by providing them with all of my strength and conditioning and mobility routines. So thanks again so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.